So guys, this is Mike Jarman, the one, the only, at Gamers Retreat. Welcome to my pad. This episode is going to be on ToeJam and Earl, an all-time classic, with two alien dudes, one little red one, skinny, a bit of a chav, with the bling, 3 legs, tripod, and this big fat guy, his butt crack hangs out all the time. Let's get to the review, shall we? So, the story in ToeJam and Earl is pretty cool. Basically, they're two aliens from the outer planet, the space, you know. And they're basically travelling along, and Earl, the big fat one, wants to take over. He wants to have a ride. So ToeJam, little red dude, is like, yeah, go on then. So he's driving through, and he's like, you know, steering away, and they hit an asteroid belt, and they're trying to avoid them, and Earl fucks up. He crashes the jet, or the Funkatron, the planet, the fucking spaceship, and basically plummets down and lands on planet Earth. And basically they're stuck here, and they have to find all the spaceship pieces which are found on different levels, and then they have to put it back together, fix their ship, and head back to planet Funkatron, which you can see, and it's really nice. It's like a little alien planet. That's basically the game in a nutshell. So, we're going to go to the gameplay now. I want you to keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, chest up. There's a lot to cover. So, it's a multiplayer game and a single player, obviously. Best played multiplayer because you work together, getting the spaceship pieces, sharing presents. If you're not a sharing person, then this is not for you, because you might have a bit of a rumble over stuff. Who gets what, blah blah blah. So yeah, 2-player, must do. Let's go to the controls and the interface. Your B button is your inventory. In here you will find all your presents, which will have question marks. When you use the presents, you will discover them, what they are, and from that point on it will tell you what the present is. So B button, go in your inventory, B button, come out. When you're within the inventory, if you press A, it will use a present. If you were to press C, it will change the option of opening or dropping a present. So if you get a bad present, like the total bummer or the rain cloud or earthling, you'll want to drop those, so just switch it to drop and then press A, you'll drop them, and then press B to back out of that menu. Your A button is your action, so when you find enemies that have little Zs and sleeping, if you hold down A, when you haven't got a power up being used, you can sneak about and you can sneak past them. When you do have a present that you've used, such as a slingshot for example, you press the A button, you'll fire it, and obviously use the D-pad to change the direction. Your C button will get up the map. As you can see, there's basically lots of different sections. As you discover these, they'll be revealed. And if you press the B button while you're on the map, it will show you how many planet pieces of the ship that you've got so far on that level, or if the level has any. So the presents, there's literally presents scattered around all the different levels, different colours, different shapes, different sizes. You get all sorts of power-ups inside these. You get like these super fast, speedy shoes. You get the Icarus wings, which allows you to fly. They're one of the best in my opinion. Rocket skates, they're a motherfucker. Literally, you get a question mark box, you open it, it's like, what the fuck? You just go flying off the edge. So, yeah, they're good. You get like rose bushes, which acts as a barricade. Tomatoes and the tomato slingshot, which are used to kill enemies. You get a boombox and a decoy, which act as the same. They stun the enemies in a way. You get this blow up dinghy rubber boat thing where you can get in the water and swim. You get the doorway, which allows you to go through and randomly appear anywhere in the level. The telephone, which reveals about 3 or 4 squares of the map for you. You get food, root beer, this all replenishes your health. You also get one that is a total bummer, which you don't want to use because that will kill you. And stuff like Earthling and the grey cloud, chuck those as soon as you get them. I think that's the presents covered. There's a secret level as you can see. I went to all the effort of getting it for you. On the very first level, it's kind of like an Easter egg, it's not a cheat, it's an Easter egg. Bottom left of the first level, you can get there by using the Icarus wings or the rocket skates. I haven't tried using the dinghy, I don't want to risk it, to be honest. But when you get there, you drop down to be like the hula hula girls, and they'll be like, you jump in a hot tub and, you know, get a bit down and dirty with them. You'll be like, oh yeah, it's so good in here. It's like, oh, it's a hot tub, you want some root beer, Earl? Oh yeah, ToeJam, it's so good. So yeah, you meet this little dude selling lemonade. He'll kind of give you a little promotion, if you like, maybe get a few lives. Yeah, so it's a nice little secret, check it out. Right, I mentioned the telephone. Basically, when you're going around, you not only get this in the presents, but throughout the game, you'll hear this, you know, you'll be like, oh, where's the telephone? Especially if the co-op, it's a bit like the head fuck. You'll be like, oh, ToeJam, where's the phone? Hey, oh, I don't know, kind of thing. So, when you find these, it will basically help you reveal like sections of the map. So if you get stuck, it's really useful. Also, I didn't manage to do it in the gameplay, but there's Santa with a jetpack and a big bag sack, and I don't mean it's fucking ball bags. If you can sneak up on him, he'll literally drop presents, but it's so bloody hard. When you're sneaking about, he'll pop up with an exclamation mark. If you're lucky enough and you kind of avoid it, you can get in close and nick the presents. Points and lights. Right, when you're exploring the game and revealing sections of the map, you'll receive points. I couldn't really figure out how else you get the points, but basically, as you get points and you go up, you get a rank up. Like you start off as a, I think it's a point, a doofus, and then you go up to point Dexter, and then you go up to like bro, homie, dude, all other ones. And you will get points. As you get more points, you get a few lives unlocked, which is very useful because you will probably die a lot in the game. So that's how the point system works. Also, falling off the edge. If an enemy knocks you off, which they fucking do, because they're wankers, especially little tornado things, fuck me, we got raped on that. You just literally get knocked down a level, and you have to find a lift and go back up. If you've got the rocket boots, you're fucked. If you literally go off the edge, you are fucked. I'll warn you. Lift system. Basically, the idea of the game is to locate the lift and go up a level. And on certain levels, it'll hint saying there's a shit piece here. So you have to find that shit piece and then do the level, get in the lift, go up, repeat the process until you get all the shit pieces. Not every level has a shit piece, as there's only about 10 items, I think, required, so be prepared for a few empty levels full of presents and baddies. Let's go on to the baddies, shall we? Right, the ones you first start off with are the little pink, little bum bandit devil things with pokey stick. Look at that, minces. You've got those, you've got bees, you've got hamsters in bowls, you've got the lawnmower man, you've got the moles, the boogeyman, boogie 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 boogie, and then you've got this big blue dustbin, which is quite fucking hilarious. If like you're unsuspecting, you go up there, it's like, and it like comes and fucking rapes you kind of thing out of the bin. You've also got this, I think, shopping woman trolley. She's a fucker. She had me at one point. You've got the mad doctor, with his little needle. You've got the crazy fucking crowd of Geek Squad, which I refer to as the Big Bang Theory squad, because there's one bird and three ugly cunts. And what else? There's basically a ton of enemies that you're going to encounter in this game, and some of which you have to be really careful of, especially like the boogeyman. The mole nicks your presents. Cupid is a motherfucker. You get hit by his little love arrow. Oh no, it ain't a fucking happy story with little Romeo and Juliet. Oh no, he fucks your controls about big time. And it's all up is down and down is up and left is right and right is left. So yeah, watch out for those. Also, missed items on the floor. You'll come across obviously the presents, but you also find like things that at first look like fucking sweet corn, corn and cocks, but they're actually a buck, which you use to buy items from a mailbox, or you pay Carrot Man to identify an item for you, or you pay Big Fat Viking Woman to pop everything, or you go to the wizard and he'll heal you to full health. You also find cabbages and mouldy food like fungus and mouldy cheese and bread. Don't eat those. It's it's common sense, really, you know. And then you also get the good stuff like cream sundae, chocolate cake, pizza. It's not really fucking good, it's just good in the sense that you life. So yeah, just check out, keep your eyes peeled, because you'll always be in need of these items. Yeah, I think that's gameplay covered. So, the graphics in ToeJam and Earl, they're very, very simple. There isn't really any fancy-nancy graphics other than the starting sequence introduction movie. It's very 2D, very flat. There isn't really any isometric stuff going on at all. I mean, I guess it's more orientated around the gameplay than the graphical look, but it fits well. So yeah, I mean, so some of the animations and the graphics are quite nice, like the Icarus wings looks quite heavenly, and obviously the exterior details, the platforms, the planet. So yeah, graphics are simple. Music. So, music, it's funky. Yeah, it's well, they're funky aliens from outer space, and one of them's a rapper. Have a bit of a chat, and obviously you've got a big fat dude, which I think does the vocalists. Yeah, it's very funky music. I think it is on a loop. I'm not sure. I do think it differentiates between levels. And obviously you've got the lift music, which is like a bit of disc jockeying going on there. Very funky music, fits good with the game. I've been waiting for this moment, all this episode review. It's ratings time with Mike Jarman, the one and only at Gamers Retreat. So, where are we going to start with first? It's gotta be the gameplay, baby. It's gonna get fucking 4 stars, motherfucker. You wanna know why it's getting 4 stars? This is the best co-op game I've ever played on Sega Megadrive. It's amazing. The teamwork is so funny. It's great. It's like you're in the army or something. It's like a strategic operation. It's like, okay, dude, you go down that way. I'll go up here. You go left. I'll go right. Let's discover this place. Let's find the shit piece and get to the next level. It's fucking brilliant. The enemies are challenging. It's fun trying to avoid them. There's so many different presents. It feels like it's Christmas throughout the whole fucking game. The little titles such as like Dude or Point Dexter or like Leveling Up or anything. It's great. It's fucking brilliant. It's the best game, one of the best games on Sega. Fucking play it. 4 stars. So, for the story, I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. 1, 2, 3. 3 stars. It's a not bad story. It's obviously going for an asteroid belt. Earl is a dick and he crashes the ship, goes down to planet Earth, fucks it up, has to get all the pieces, goes straight up, all the levels, fix the shit, get back home. So it's a nice little different story about aliens coming to Earth instead of like they just arrive trying to abduct humans. So yeah, I like it. 3 stars, good effort, well done. This is the saddest moment in this review. Fortunately, I'm going to have to give the graphics 1. The reason being, graphics is the only thing that kind of lets the game down. They could have made a little bit more effort. I know this game's more focused around the gameplay side of it, a lot more orientated on the gameplay, but the graphics are very, very simple. If you were to compare them to a lot of other titles, they could have done a bit more effort on that, so just 1 star for the graphics. Music, I'll be generous, I'll give it 2. It's very funky, and when you're playing it, you can't just help but go boo 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 doo 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 doo. It's the same tune. The lift music's the same. Like I said earlier, I don't think there is much other music. I think it is the same thing on loop. with maybe one other variation throughout the gameplay, throughout the levels. So just for that reason, I'm giving it 2. It would be 1 star, but because I fucking like the tune and it's so catchy, I'm giving it 2. So, it's come to the end of the episode again, which is always a shame. We always want more, don't we? I hope you've enjoyed this one, because this is one of my all-time favourites that I have grown up with as a kid. And trust me, you have to play it. Play it with a friend, family, whatever. Just play this bloody game. It's great. As always, if you want to subscribe, if you want to see more, I've also got other work. You'll be up to date with everything. Leave comments, suggestions, anything. Most of all, I want requests. Tell me what you want to see on here. What do you want to see? Do you want to see a game that you've grown up with? Do you want to see a game that you've never played but you know a lot about or seen? Anything, let me know. Anyway, episode 10 is going to be Battlemania Daiginjo. Looks pretty cool. It's going to be a good one. And also, it means it's the last of the... It's the 10th episode for Gamers Retreat, which means we shall then be moving on and doing 10 game reviews on SNES. So stay tuned.